We are,
So I'll
yes.
give you the three acts that really convinced me to join Team Trump. As you guys can see my shirt, Mexican Jews for Trump. She's Polish Filipinos for Trump. Number one was preventing animal cruelty and torturing. I love that policy. I thought that was great. Should have been passed decades ago in America. The second act that I liked that he passed was the right to try, which gave terminally ill patients the opportunity to try to survive using non-FDA approved measures. Before that, they'd have to go overseas to Europe or Mexico to try these experimental procedures. Trump said, why would a sick person have to go overseas? We should keep it here in America so that they can get the treatment here. I think that's fantastic, especially because my mom died of cancer and she had no access to any experimental treatments. Would have loved to have that law passed when she was alive. And the third thing for me is the First Step Act, which decriminalized nonviolent drug offenses, which primarily affected the black community the most, which is part of Joe Biden's sweeping 1994 crime bill, which was responsible for the mass incarceration of the black community. So I always like to say, Joe Biden puts blacks in jail, Donald Trump helps get them out.
May I respond?
You may respond.
Okay. So tell me what your first thing was again.
Animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty is against the law, and it's been against the law for a long time.
He upgraded
and
to a felony.
But he upgraded it.
Yes.
But that's not a reason to vote for it. What was
Okay.
your second item?
Right to try.
Right to.
Right to try.
What
The right
was-
to try to live. So the
Well,
ability
you
try
have to understand
non-FDA
that 40 million people have lost their medical insurance because of Donald Trump. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I understand there's definitely a lot of issues in our health.
Do you think that 40 million people losing their health insurance is any better than, or any worse than what you said you want to do?
I don't think any number of people losing health insurance is good, but the right to try act is something that I like a lot.
And so you think that's more important than 40 million people?
No, our healthcare system needs a major overhaul.
Well, there's
That's
no
the reality.
question
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it, but they had insurance.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
Look,
what was your third point?
My
I'd
third
like to
point
respond
was,
to that.
Third point was the First Step Act, the decriminalization of nonviolent drug offenses.
Well,
reducing of jail
it's
sentences.
exactly the opposite of that. He's making it a lot worse. He's not letting black people out. And it's
Actually,
a fact.
90% of the people that benefit
He's also,
have
and
been
don't tell me that
black community.
Obama did this, but he has also said and told people, and we have recordings of him saying, when those people, when those criminals and those rapists come to America from South America or Mexico or whatever, I want you to separate the adults from the children and put them in these holding cages.
So
How do you like that?
Well, the holding cages were built during the Obama administration, which is an uncomfortable fact.
That's
now, Trump did move over to a zero tolerance policy, where that.
But they didn't
separation
do
became-
anything. You see, the border wall is not stopping. 90% of the drugs and things that come into America come through the gates, where they're ports, where they're what do you call them? The border crossings, the legal border crossings. That's where all the drugs and crime comes in, not going across personal property land.
What I'm talking about is Trump did adopt a zero tolerance policy, which was different than the Obama administration. But Obama is the one who first separated children at the border. That's a fact.
That's wrong.
Trump just did more of
No,
it. That's the
no.
reality. Obama started this. The cages were
Okay.
built. And all the photos you saw in the news of the cages from Trump's administration,
No, you're wrong.
those photos were actually taken during Obama's
Yeah,
administration.
so how come
2014.
people like AOC and dozens of other people have come away from those places and shown the terrible circumstances that those people are living in, but that didn't happen under the Obama administration. They were fed, they had toothpaste, they had beds to sleep in, and that's that. So now, we've all shared our opinions.
I want to fact check with you right now the Obama cages.